Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Kevin, and today's video is going to be a little different than normal. Jillian and I have started a late August September garden, and we kind of wanted to show it to you guys. We do have some corn, we have bell peppers, we have jalapeno peppers, we have squash, we have zucchini, we have lettuce, we have carrots, cucumbers. We are expanding. I have purchased more raised beds. We did overplant in little trays, so I kind of ran out of room. Probably going to give some away. But I want to do some sweet potatoes and just kind of keep expanding that direction right there. Now I do live in a little HOA neighborhood, cookie cutter neighborhood for some of you that are familiar, basically just taking all over Florida. And I just want to do a series changing the backyard into a small homestead. We got to get creative because we don't have very much space. And I think between ideas that we found on the internet and kind of things we just come up with, and some of your comments, I think we can have a pretty thriving garden and backyard. And I kind of want to just give you guys a little tour. This is kind of like the first video, and then tell you the kinds of things we want to do. So here's the first 4 raised beds, and like I said, we can just keep expanding. We can have different rows depending on how much we really want to plant. But we will be doing some like turf management. I have started planting different varieties of peanut grass. I want to do some mimosa stringulosa. So the peanut grass you guys are probably familiar with on the side of roads. It has little yellow flowers all over the place. The mimosa stringulosa is more of like a little fern, and it also has pink flowers. So the goal is within maybe hopefully like 2 years, the entire backyard will just be a sea of yellow and pink flowers. It does not need to be mowed. It is drought tolerant, so we don't have to water it. So it's gonna be a great backyard ground cover. So like I said, I have a couple more of these. As far as the shed goes, I pretty much now only use power tools. I have an electric push lawn mower, so we want to turn the shed into a solar shed. I'm going to put some solar panels across the top, put some batteries inside. I have 2 small 12-volt refrigerators in there. It's going to run, so as our veggies start coming off the out of the garden beds, I can store some in the refrigerator in there, as well as have chargers in there for all the power tools, push lawn mower, so it'll be self-reliant. Another thing we're going to do to the shed is I'm going to install a gutter on the front, maybe the back as well, to collect more rainwater. And over here in this kind of wasted space, I'm going to have rain barrels, so we're going to collect some rainwater over there. And this is kind of an example of the peanut grass. Let's see, where did it go? Right here, it's kind of closing up because it's really hot in the sun. But there's some yellow flowers right here. I did one little test right here, a little plug. I have another plug over there, and then I have a different variety right along the concrete edge right there. So it's actually been growing pretty fast. I'll say probably within 2 months, that plug over there grew probably 13 or 14 inches long, and it kind of just spreads from there. But as you can see, you know, from the distance, the yard looks great, nice and green, no bare spots. But as you get close to it, and the Florida lawns, unless you fertilize the heck out of it and stay on top of it, this is just basically all just different kinds of weeds. So peanut grass is pretty nice. It stays short. There's different varieties. So this variety right here, it's going to stay around 3 inches. So if I only planted this, the lawn would stay about 3 inches. Wouldn't have to mow it. Don't have to water it. I have another variety over there that grows a little bit taller. I'm going to see what that kind of looks like mowed. I'm going to try to keep the grass around 3.5 to 4 inches tall. And then I haven't planted the stringulosa or the mimosa stringulosa yet. So that'll be kind of interesting once they all start intertwining and creating the backyard. So right here in this tray, we have lettuce, arugula, broccoli. We have some more lettuce, broccoli. We have tomatoes right here. We also have some tomatoes growing right there. These carrots right here, we should not have planted in cups. They're really hard to transplant, and we should have just planted them directly in one of the beds. So we're kind of just gonna let this go probably and just see what happens. This right here is the 2 different types of peanut grass. As you can see, this one right here, shorter. That's about as tall as it's gonna get, 3-something inches. This one's gonna be taller than that, but I think I should still be able to mow it pretty low and it'll still take over. They do have stuff that goes all the way up to like 10 inches tall. So if you just want ground cover in your backyard or some vacant lot, you can plant this, it'll take over. It'll be pretty nice ground cover. But like I said, I wanna do the whole lawn with the peanut grass and the mimosa stringulosa. And then we got to work on the shed, solar, and the rainwater collection. So if you guys are interested in gardening, farming, mini homesteading, whatever you want to call it, please subscribe, follow along. I just want to give you guys kind of like a baseline video, show you guys where we're starting off from, and then I'm going to do video for, like I said, the solar, the rain collection system. I'm going to go over all the different turf, how to propagate it, how to plant it, and stuff like that. And pretty much everything else that comes along with just backyard homesteading, basically doing it as cheap as possible, materials that are free or easy to come by. Like as far as filling up these bins, you can buy these all different kind of prices, all different brands from Amazon. But the most important thing is, the most expensive thing is, people want to buy really tall ones. The taller you buy them, the more you have to put inside to fill them up. And potting soil and dirt is pretty expensive. So basically, we've just been filling this up with cardboard, yard trash, wood, stuff like that, to kind of just make some of that void in there cost less, having to go buy bags of potting soil and stuff like that, compost, whatnot. So like I said, this is going to be just kind of like a fun backyard hobby. If you guys have pointers, tips, feel free to leave comments throughout the series. And if you guys think your yard is too small, you live in an HOA, you can't do this, I'm here to prove you otherwise. You just got to get creative. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and follow along.